So today we're going to learn how to use the Makerbot replicator 3D printer. It's the 5th generation replicator. And there's a switch on the back of the machine on the left side that it's a toggle switch that you just turn on. And you'll see this light up, and pretty soon you'll see a menu here on the front. Basically, there are probably 4 or 5 important components or parts to the machine. There is the filament drawer, which we can open up here. You see there's a spindle of filament which feeds in a counterclockwise direction through the guide tube, which is a white plastic. And the guide tube leads into the extruder. The extruder is the part of the machine that heats up and melts the plastic. And the kind of plastic that this machine uses is polylactic acid. It is a corn-based filament. When the extruder heats up, it will melt the filament, and the filament will come through the nozzle and onto the build plate, and it will print whatever file you have asked it to print. So we have the filament, spindle, the guide tube, the extruder, and the build plate. Now that we know about the machine, let's print something. Click on the Makerbot on the desktop in the top left. Will take you to Thingiverse. This is a place where people share files they've created. Let's look for something interesting that someone's created. Under the Explore menu on the right side, you have choices to look for things, groups, featured things, collections, categories, and challenges. Or you can create your own search. Let's search for keychain. A bunch of options turn up, and we choose the cat keychain. When we look at the cat, it will give us all sorts of information. Scrolling down to the bottom of the page, we can see a summary and instructions, how many people have made this before. When we click on the Prepare button, it will move the file to our virtual desktop. You'll notice at the bottom of the page, it will give you the information in terms of the size of the file, and we'll notice that it's an STL format file. Now it's on our virtual desktop. From here, the buttons on the left of the screen will allow us to change our view from top to side to front, to change the position, and to change the rotation. Here we're looking at the default print settings. Generally, the first time you do a print, try printing it with the default settings. You'll probably be successful. Here you can see the quality is standard, raft is checked, and infill is at 10%. The infill is the amount of honeycomb pattern that the software fills hollow objects with. Generally, 10 to 15% infill is good. You don't want to have too much infill. It's unnecessary and slows the print time. However, 0% infill will have the item collapse on itself. You'll notice that raft is checked. Raft is the layer that the printer first prints on the build plate before it builds your object above it. The raft supports the print. Later, if you decide you want to change these settings to high quality rather than standard, It will probably take a little bit longer to print, but you might get a clearer print. Low quality will make the print go a lot faster. The extruder temperature is generally going to be 215 in all cases. When we choose print, the machine is then ready to go.